everybody. I would like to discuss with you people about chemical process development. Usually a lot is given about chemical process development in textbooks and on website. But if we add something relevant to the practical side or our own experience, it will make our conversation very interesting. So I have had a chance to work from concept to implementation, that is doing some bench scale experiments to develop a scheme, then doing some experiments on a miniature plant, and then implementing the findings of lab scale experiments and pilot plant experiments for the development of main industrial plant. Once we say that it is development of an industrial plant, it means we have to consider so many aspects, because we are coming up with a product which has to be sold in the market. So now all of you know that we cannot sell any product in the market unless we have considered the economic aspects and we have considered the ecological impact of this product when we have produced this in some industrial plant. So if we come again to what I mentioned about the lab scale experiments, what is actually structure of a lab scale experiment? It is basically selection of a chemical process or scheme and then getting the desired product on a lab scale. But how do we select a particular scheme which has to be implemented on industrial scale? So firstly, our main focus will be on the production of the desired material on a lab scale with whatever scheme we have chosen. So let us assume that this is my scheme A, in which I have taken two raw material A and B, and by doing certain steps of reaction I have achieved the product C. So we cannot simply lay our focus on product C. We have to first consider what are these two reactants A and B. Are they easily available? If they are easily available, what are the total number of steps involved to achieve the product C? Is there any kind of waste? And how we are going to handle the waste? So in a nutshell, I have just told you that it is not easy to select a particular scheme. We have to consider so many aspects: the choice of raw material, availability of raw materials, if they have any health hazards, or the intermediate steps which are involved in achieving the final product C, and whether we can handle the waste if there is any waste. So this is all about the basic structure of a lab scale experiments. We have to be very careful once we say that this is the scheme which we are going to adopt on industrial scale. Okay, thank you very much. In my next conversation, I will be talking more about the selection of scheme and then what do we mean by experiments or trials on a miniature plant. Thank you very much.